Do you even have the slightest clue of what time it is right now? That's right. Spooktober! So as the nice guy I am, why not just make a game about it and release it for free? I didn't really want to make a horror game, but this fun kind of Halloween games with an atmosphere just like I felt when playing Luigi's Mansion. So next step was collecting some references in the style I was going for. Let's start with a fitting tieset for the ground and some basic scripts so we get a working game. I made the player a kid dressed as a ghost who carries around a pumpkin shaped candy bag. Then I noticed that I'm freaking dumb as I'm developing a platformer game and characters are supposed to look sideways. Now again, I designed the player as a little kid who's dressed. And since it's Halloween, you can obviously collect candy. To make that part a bit more interesting, I designed 3 different types of candy and randomized which ones will appear when starting the game. Now let's take a look at our first bit of gameplay. In the meantime, one of my viewers made a fan game out of me and... What am I watching? What am I watching right here? What is this? What did you do? What did you do? Okay, when comparing with this masterpiece, then my game obviously looks like crap. So let's design some more textures. Something you see in every Halloween game or movie are these dark, lifeless trees. And also I thought tombstones would fit the game as well. The player basically has a jack-o'-lantern already, but what is a Halloween game without pumpkins everywhere? So let's make some. But when looking at them, something feels missing. Where's the light? So I set up Unity's universal render pipeline, added a weak global light to make everything look darker and scary, and then some colored light sources to the player candy and pumpkins, which already make the game look so much better. The player still just floats through the world, so now it's time to animate. And now check this out, the kid still looks dumb as hell. But I can't seriously call this game a Spooktober game without skeletons. With this amazing reference, I came up with this ugly little fella who acts absolutely realistic and uses high intelligence to decide his next move. Obviously we need a health bar so the skeletons can even hurt us, and my idea was to design a cute little ghost as a health point and he gets sadder with damage. Me being a pro gamer, obviously I never saw it happen. Here's how this looks like during gameplay. I also added red lights to the enemies to make them seem more dangerous, and the effect it creates when different light colors lap over just looks great. There's just one problem. On our side we have a little kid who's collecting candy, and on the other side we have freaking skeletons who try to kill us. How are we supposed to fight them? So I added a close range attack, which simply just is smashing your enemies with your candy bag. And as you can already collect candy, why shouldn't you be able to throw them at your enemies? I mean, that's definitely the way to kill a skeleton, right? And since you guys seem to like my cat in the last video, now smash like and subscribe or you will make him sad. But wait, something's off about the jack-o'-lanterns. This guy is not lit! Alright, so let's add a glow effect. Basically we have to create an emission map so Unity knows which parts of the pumpkin should glow, and a couple of other things. So how do you do that? Well, let's ask Brackies.
Well, so with this in mind, let's make some glow.
Now that's lit! Something I avoided until now was scripting the skeleton properly. So let's make this 200 IQ dude even smarter. Now he stopped flying and is able to detect walls, edges and the player. I added music to the game, which was supposed to be easy, but apparently my game got haunted. That's like the scariest thing in the entire game. Music soundtrack that was never in the game and that I didn't even add and deleted a couple of times is playing when I start the game. Why is this song playing? Why is it this song again? The music always changes to something more creepy, which doesn't make any sense. We obviously want multiple levels in this game, so to enter the next one, I made this gate which will be placed at the end of each area. The only problem was that values like the health points and collected candy will just be reset when the scene changes. So let's just watch a tutorial on how this is done, right?
I'm changing the value, like, as you can see, like value plus, that's just for checking it later when I actually make it so that it changes when you walk into the game. So when I have a, I need to explain a couple of things.
Why does he do this tutorial in Paint? My... Come on, please. It's simple. Probably even faster to look in the script that Taco created and find it out by myself. Come on. He explains this in Paint. Now it's time for a second enemy. This time I designed a spider because I could give them an entirely different behavior from the skeletons, which would just spice up the gameplay. Here they are in the game. They can drop down on you, so be careful with your timing when passing through. Since we started this, inspired by Luigi's mansion, let's add some mansions to the background. For this I scripted parallax scrolling. What it does is basically move the background layers in a different speed than everything else to create something like a 3D effect. I still had some time left for final touches, so I wrote a background story and 3 different endings, which are linked to the amount of monsters you killed. To sum up the story real quick, all monsters in this game were actually kids who just dressed up as monsters on Halloween, but a mad scientist turned all of them into real monsters. Except you, because you would think these are the bad guys and kill them. I set up a scene to deliver the endings, and I will only show you the genocide ending, so you can discover the other 2 when checking the game out for yourself. Link in description. The game itself still only had the testing levels I used during the development, so with all features added now, let's head over to the level design. I did some testing to balance the difficulty in jumps and fights, decorated everything, and eventually I finished the last step of development. So here we are in the game, and as you can see we can either avoid or kill enemies, which will, as I said before, affect the outcome of the game, because we have 3 different endings which are determined by the amount of enemies you killed. So if you kill all enemies, we will receive the genocide ending. If you kill no enemy at all, we receive the pacifist ending. And if we just kill a random amount of enemies in between, like right now, then we will receive the standard ending. For the walls in this game, I designed walls in the shape of trees or crosses or something like this to make it look a bit more interesting and so it fits the environment of the game. Alright, let's head over to the second level. If you touch these spikes, they will instantly kill you, so be careful. And now if we enter the ending level, you will notice the music changes. And right here we just have to walk over to this mad scientist and he will announce to us the ending we got with a little backstory. And I won't read this out loud because I suck at this, so have fun checking this out for yourself, link in description. If you want to see me live doing challenges like this, check out my Twitch channel and join my Discord server for information about the Steam game I'm working on. Now thanks a lot for watching the entire video. In case you liked it and didn't just watch until the end because you like to suffer, leave a like and make sure to subscribe. See you in 2 weeks.